Welcome to Radiant Reiki with Carol. My name is Carol, and this channel is about all things spiritual. Today, Spirit wanted me to talk about the importance of listening to others. This, for me, is sometimes difficult because as you can see with my videos, I like to talk, right? I like to tell what I've learned and what I've experienced. So I need to work on listening. So Spirit reminds me, do this. So now I'm gonna, maybe if you're like me, you can listen. And when you listen, you'll learn a whole lot more, right? I think we're here on Earth. We've been placed on Earth right now to communicate with others and with our community and to be with others. I don't believe that we were put here to go and be in a room by ourselves and just talk to Spirit. Talking to Spirit is great, and listening to Spirit is wonderful, and doing it all day long in whatever you're doing is awesome. But I think one of the important things that we can do in our lives is be with other people and communicate and help one another, because we are here. We're not here alone, right? And that is part of our service in life, I believe, is to be of service to others. So I think that Spirit wants us to communicate with each other so that we can really, everyone in our circles can be seen and heard. We all need to be seen and heard. And if one person's always talking, then the people around them cannot be seen or heard, because that person who's talking is all about themselves, right? So it's important to listen to others, because Spirit told me in my automatic writing yesterday about what they wanted me to do this video on, that they send messages through people often. Not just psychics, those guys are great. That's definitely, messages from Spirit. But they also send it through unlikely people. So even people who might not necessarily think the way they do or anything, or in the way that you do, they come through. Sometimes interesting bits of wisdom can come through anyone, right? And Spirit uses all sorts of people in our world to get messages across to each other, to us. And we will miss them if we don't really listen. So when we're listening, an active listener is someone who is quiet. And sometimes I have difficulty with that, because I'm like, oh yeah. And I'm doing that, which I think makes them feel validated. But I think a better listener is someone who can be quiet and really just listen and then take it in. And then they can maybe repeat what it is that person said, or they can say, I perceive what you're saying as A, B, and C. Is that correct? Asking for clarification. It's so respectful. It's really quite respectful, not in a rude way, like if you're talking politics, hopefully not, not in a rude way, but okay, so what you're telling me is A, B, and C. Is that correct? And then hopefully you'll get the clarification you need, because people need to be seen and heard, and for good reason. Everyone has the divine in them. We all have the divine in each of us. And we all can carry messages from Spirit at any time. So, it's like if you believe in Jesus or you believe in God, what if God's standing right there incarnate and you're just talking away and not listening to what they have to say? You wouldn't do that, right? You'd want to hear what Jesus or God have to say, or whoever you believe in or you pray to, right? So just think of them as they're a piece of the divine, that person that's talking, and maybe listen, right? And that goes for children too. The children that are put in our world right now, I think a lot of them are here to help our planet get better and to grow. And to help the community at large. So children, I found when I was teaching, I found that sometimes some crazy wisdom came out of some children's mouths. I'd be like blown away. And young children too, young ones and the middle ones, all be teenagers, all of them. They all could be very wise. And so sometimes again, I think sometimes Spirit might talk through them, the children too. And you might, so listen to the children, really listen. And if their behavior is such that, their behavior's kind of difficult to deal with it at the time, maybe they're telling you something right there. Maybe they need to be listened to, right? So maybe just stop and see if you could take some time to really listen and confirm with them. Okay, so what you're saying is that you want this, right? Is that correct? And asking for clarification, it's very respectful. And I think children need to be respected too, as well as adults, right? I even can get messages from people. I go to a sports bar because I love sports, I love football. So when I go to the sports bar, it's a bar. People are drinking, right? And so sometimes they're a little bit inebriated. Sometimes, even when they're inebriated, I get a message from someone and I'm like, they don't know that they've just given me a message, but I do, because I know what it is I'm worrying about, what I'm thinking about, and they'll just say this beautiful nugget of wisdom. Often it's a reminder, really. And they'll just say this thing that comes out of their mouth, and you're just like, whoa, that was a message for me. Thank you, Spirit. That was great, right? So listen to those people, even if they've been drinking. You might get a really great message. So remember, we're here on earth to help one another and to listen to one another so that we can all be seen and heard. And I don't think that we're meant to be off by ourselves, just talking to Spirit and listening to Spirit. That's great, but I think we're supposed to share with others too. Any knowledge that we have from Spirit, share it with others, but also listen, because you might get a lot of great wisdom, right? All right, in love and light, I'll see you next time.